With a whole lot of crazy shit happening in the last few chapters of the Ragnarok manga, I wanted to cover what we currently know about the Berserker Hajun and how I think his fight will go with Buddha. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe for more content like this, leave a like to help the video out, consider joining the Discord or following my Twitter, and if you want to help the channel out directly while gaining additional benefits like these mad lads, check out the Patreon linked in the description. Now enjoy today's video. Beginning with what we know about Hajun so far. Once Buddha had defeated Zero and removed his misery, the two horns on his head fell off, but like they had their own mind or were being controlled, they rammed themselves back into Zero's head, causing of course immense pain. They proceeded to then go inside of Zero's body and somewhat take control, making him look the most demonic we've ever seen him. Then, as the panel states, two massive dragons have shot out of Zero's body. Quite strange. They begin to go around and surround Zero, creating this dragon-like egg. Then of course, Hajun coming out of it. Or I should say, Demon Lord of the Sixth Heaven Hajun. Since then, all previously established characters have no idea what Hajun is or what happened to Zero. This includes Hermes, who's been like the knowledge man of the series, Brunhilde, and even the supreme god Zeus. However, we did have Odin saying nothing, which could be quite sus, and I did go into a crazy theory connecting him to Hajun in this video here. But regardless, we get the reveal of two new characters to talk about the legend of this creature. The first being Beelzebub, a future fighter for the gods. He states the following: "Oh, so this is what happened to that," and recites the legend. "At white night and black shadows blending, the horns of the netherworld shall awaken, and eternal darkness be born. The Berserker from the legend of the Netherworld." This scene demonstrates that Beelzebub may have seen what Hajun looks like, as he refers or is instantly aware of this being Hajun, or maybe just the legend surrounding him. Maybe he's seen him in books or something. We did see a lot of books surrounding Beelzebub's room, but he doesn't know what happened to it or why it came from Zero or Zero transformed into it. Also take note, in Japanese Buddhism, Hajun is somewhat connected to it and sometimes referred to as the demon that tried to remove Buddha from enlightenment or everything like that. I'm not too sure on its correlation, but it seems to be somewhat connected, which is quite cool to the overall story. And the other person who was aware of Hajun to give us more information, which was also introduced in the latest chapter, is Hades, the eldest brother of the likes of Poseidon and Zeus, probably the oldest currently alive Greek god. He also refers to Hajun as the legendary berserker, spoken of in the underworld / netherworld, hell, etc. since ancient times, and recites the same legend that Beelzebub did. Then Hades states, regardless of him being the ruler of the underworld, he's never actually seen Hajun before, and questions why Zero became the legendary Hajun. So the two new characters that got introduced know the legend of Hajun, but not why he's here or how he's here, which is quite interesting. And maybe another character like Odin I talked about in my Fury video, or another character we haven't seen is connected to the arrival of Hajun here, or something crazy like that will hopefully get revealed in the coming chapters. Now regarding his fight with Buddha, due to Hajun being pure darkness, Buddha can't see any light from him, in turn can't use his future sight, kinda showing that Hajun is a direct counter to Buddha and also loosely connects to the whole Buddhism connection and everything like that, which again is quite cool. But yeah, we did learn that Buddha's future vision is based on seeing the soul, and due to darkness Hajun can't be read and everything like that. Hajun uses maximum output, so his strongest attack, labelled as Heaven Piercing Demon Drill, quite cool. His only named attack so far, to attack Buddha, who uses his shield transformation and actually pierces it, while also taking out one of Buddha's eyes. And that's what we've seen so far for the fight between the two. Now it's prediction time. So regarding Buddha's ability, Future Vision is out, but he still has his weapon transformation ability, his 6 realm staff, with him using 4 realms so far in his fight against Zero and now Hajun. We've seen the Halberd, Short Sword, Club and Shield. The shield is probably useless now due to being pierced, but he may be able to get rid of it and then bring it back fully in use. That could be interesting, and it may prevent him from getting hit by Hajun's regular attacks, but not his named attacks like the drill he just used. With those 4 weapons making up the following realms: Divine, Human, Animal, and Asura, meaning we still have 2 more realms to see from Buddha, the Preta realm and Infernal realm, which upon researching them, they seem to be related to suffering or potentially fear, and sometimes referred to or connected to hell of Buddhism. This is loosely, and I could be completely wrong, as I did some quick low-level research, not in-depth, understanding everything about Buddhism. I just wanted to know some light information about these 2 realms. And we know his staff changes based on his emotions. So after losing one eye, it makes sense we'll get to see one of those 2 if they are connected to suffering, fear, and stuff like that. And if I am right, if it is somewhat connected to the underworld, it could be a counter for what Hajun is, Eternal Darkness, and a legendary underworld berserker. So that could be a counter that Buddha actually has for the likes of Hajun. I do think it would be cool if he could use multiple realms at the same time though. And what if one of the remaining 2 is like a full body transformation, similar to what many of the other gods have demonstrated so far in the tournament? Maybe the 1,000-armed Buddha or something similar appearing, which is a, full body transformation for Buddha, which actually allows him to wield all the other weapons at the same time, the final form of Buddha. I think that would be pretty sick personally, and probably one of the most hyped transformations so far. Now, how do I think the fight will go? I don't think Hajun will transform anymore, considering how many times we've seen transformations to get to Hajun. I do believe, however, Buddha will lose another eye as the fight goes on. Maybe next chapter, chapter 51, we'll see one of the other realms coming out due to fear or suffering, and start to be somewhat relative to a serious Hajun, or actually damage him somewhat. But it will still be clear that due to Buddha's future vision being gone, and one of his eyes as well, that Hajun is a little bit stronger and still clearly going to defeat and kill Buddha if he doesn't do something else. And this will result in Hajun taking out another one of Buddha's eyes, which triggers the final realm and the full body transformation of Buddha, which from there, it's equal again. Hajun's kind of losing, but maybe amps up even more, or potentially has a light new transformation, not like a full transformation, just something light, which brings him to full power. Maybe he has a similar misery amp that Zero has as well, or something like that. And then that's where we have Buddha unleashing his new transformation he didn't really know he had, where he's able to use all the realms at the same time with, multiple hands or something interesting like that, to eventually overpower, defeat, and kill Buddha, in turn winning the fight, and potentially saving everyone from Berserker Hajun going mad and going on a crazy rampage. And that's something which would be hype and a great ending to this fight in my opinion. Let me know what you think about this down in the comments, and that's pretty much everything for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. As always, shout out to the people who support the channel via the Patreon. But yep, that's it guys. Peace.